Right, hello, and welcome to another episode of Tamara Unfiltered. I don't even know where to start, but I just want you to all know this is my first podcast as 40-year-old Tamara. It was my birthday the other day, and first of all, I want to say thank you so much. If you remember my last podcast, I was just asking you guys, anybody who wanted to gift me something for my birthday, to please donate to a fund I've set up for Lottie's headstone. That has not quite reached what I thought it would, but equally I'm just so grateful for those of you who have donated, and I have decided the universe always provides. So I'm going to close the fundraiser this week actually and give Stacey what we've raised. Hopefully she's a lot closer now to getting the deposit together, and then I am just gonna do my universal thing, and I'm going to somehow get the rest of this money together for her, or at least half of it. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you, because that honestly just meant the world to me. I know no one's having the easiest of times right now, so it honestly just means a lot. Anyway, I just want to tell you a bit about my birthday, because first of all, can anybody notice? Can you see that? Sorry, if you're not watching this on YouTube, I'm just making loads of weird expressive faces. My birthday. My best friend got me Botox for my birthday. Can you even imagine or think of a better gift? Do you know what? Those of you who know me know for so long, years now, I have been desperately trying to avoid getting Botox. I have been doing absolutely everything I can that isn't Botox. And I don't know why I've hated Botox so much. To be honest with you, the key's in the name, isn't it? It's a toxin. I hear so many bad things about it. My grandma as well, Grams, who you all know and love, she actually spent a big chunk of her life working with very heavily special needs children, and she said we would give them Botox to relax their muscles. In fact, Stacey's little Lottie used to have Botox to help with her legs, and I don't know, my nan's always really drummed it into me, it's a toxin, you do not get that. And I've just always been really against it, and kind of always shouted, it's the toxins, while I'm smoking my 20 cigarettes a day, yeah, eating the odd secret hot dog. Now, I think we can all agree toxin is a toxin, right? Anyway, seems to be like I was just picking and choosing my toxins for whatever suited me. Anyway, a couple of months ago, I did actually decide I was going to give in and get it done, mainly since I've started doing this podcast. This is going to sound so vain, but I don't really see myself. I don't have the time. You guys know me. It's only been lately, again, since doing the bloody podcast, I started wearing makeup and stuff, but I barely even have time to look in the mirror. And I don't think I'd realised since from before doing this podcast how much my forehead is foreheading. So I don't know, it's just been really bothersome to me. Anyway, I had booked the Botox, and then I couldn't get to the Botox. I'd left to go to my house, and there was literally an accident at the bottom of the road, and I literally physically couldn't get out. I couldn't get to a house, and I was like, oh my god, it's a sign. So I then tried to book it in again, because again I was like, fuck the signs, and something happened again. I was like, no, that's definitely a sign. So I just left it. Anyway, my birthday, about a week before my birthday, Stace had messaged me, and she was just like, just be ready for 3:30, I'm coming to pick you up. She said, don't do your hair, don't do your makeup, but bring hair and makeup, because we're going to go out afterwards. And I was just like, it was so weird, because the first thought that kind of popped into my head was she's getting me Botox. But when you just bat that straight away, I was like, don't be silly. There's no way in hell she's going to go and get me stabbed in my face and then take me out afterwards. I just thought it was just a silly thought that I'd had. Anyway, so I couldn't actually think what we were doing. Anyway, lo and behold, she's picked me up, and we're driving. And as we got closer, I know the woman's house because I've seen her before. And I was like, oh my god, are we getting Botox? And she was like, yes. And I was like, oh my god. And you know what? I think it was probably worked out for the best, because I had been so worried and apprehensive that I just didn't even have time. We just pulled up, and that was it, needles in my face. And oh my god, it was not like experiences I've had before, because I've obviously had certain facial treatments. I've had Profilo and stuff, which is like a skin booster, and they inject that in. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm very lucky that I, up until this point, have had it done by a friend who is a nurse and who is happy to give me pain relief. But this woman did not give me any pain relief. She was like, no, we don't do pain relief with this. She handed me a fucking stress ball and told me to get on with it. Anyway, I thought I dealt with it quite well. After, Stacey was like, I fucking watched you have a baby better than that. And she's talking about the baby I had with no pain relief. So I didn't cope too well with it, but it takes a couple of weeks to set in and to do what it's supposed to do. But I'm already seeing like, sorry if this is boring to you guys as well. You're probably like, what the hell's happened to Tamara? She's gone from being spiritually woo-woo to like, oh yeah, guys, let's talk about Botox. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep it real with you. I am getting older, and I'll be honest with you, the way my face is going, it hasn't been making me the happiest. And I don't have body dysmorphia. I know when to stop. But yeah, I am feeling a lot better since having this Botox. And you know what? It's really fucking funny. Some of the reasons I'd avoided Botox was because, you know, I'd heard so many bad things about how, you know, it makes you emotionless, kind of like makes you a bit dead inside. It also can like make you a bit unable to communicate with other people, whereby people would maybe think you're not as empathetic or sympathetic or even taking any notice of them because your face is so lacking any kind of movement. People don't think you feel those things, where you might feel them, but people think that you don't. Anyway, so all these kind of odd little things why I didn't want Botox. Turns out now these are the reasons I want Botox. I would like to be dead inside. I would like to feel way fucking less than I feel. And I would really like, I don't even think it's just me, but I think my friends, Layla especially, bless her, I think they would appreciate it if my face spoke less. I have got that face that just says 1,000 words. Whether or I can't even stop it. Anyway, so I'm hoping I've got this Botox. I've just got a face that says no words, and especially no wrinkles. Anyway, I'm gonna stop banging on about the Botox, but that's what my birthday gift was. And then she took me out for just a lovely dinner afterwards, and we went to this bar, and of all the singers in all the worlds, there was like a woman there singing all these Amy Winehouse songs, and it was just really, really lovely. And I've actually had like a 3-day extravaganza. It should be noted, I am not a birthday person. My birthday is actually my day when I just have a bit of a breakdown. If you know me, you know I don't cry. I do not pay attention to my problems. The bad stuff in my life just doesn't bother me, or at least on the surface it doesn't. I might be bothered like deep down, but I don't ever access them feelings. But my birthday is kind of like the day where I'm like, no, everything is fucking terrible, and I'm just like, oh, and I never do anything on my birthday. And this year I was like, well, everyone was like, you have to, it's your 40th, and like I was like, you know what, I'm going to. And actually a few years ago I kind of said to myself, I'm going to have good birthdays. But the problem with manifesting good birthdays is you only get an opportunity once a year. So the year before last, I actually had a really, really good birthday. And then last year was absolutely shit. But to be fair, that was my fault because I'd gone on holiday, again, first world problems, and come back 2 days before my birthday and then just spent my birthday crying because I had holiday blues and I hated the country and I hated everything. And it was a terrible, terrible birthday. And then this year, obviously it was my 40th, everyone's like, you've got to do something. And I did. On Thursday, Abby, bless her, she met me and we went to Selfridges and Harrods and we just did a load of shopping. Finally into makeup now, so I got a few bits. Can I just say as well, like, this was such a lesson in appreciating your life and everything you have in it right where it is right now. Because I think we get so caught up in like goals and things outside of us that we maybe think are cool. Like, for instance, I wear a lot of like the dupe perfume, mainly because I'm like, I'm not spending £400 on a bottle of perfume. It's stupid, especially when you can buy stuff that smells so similar. However, it's my birthday, I'm 40, I'm not poor. I was like, right, I'm gonna treat myself. So I went and I really wanted either some Baccarat Rouge or some Le Labo, and I went and I sprayed the Baccarat Rouge because I wanted to see how long it actually lasts and will smell for, because we were going to be there for hours. So that's the first thing I did. I sprayed some Baccarat Rouge. I shit you not, within half an hour that smell had completely disappeared from my skin. And I know, fuck, that's the postman. Right, I'm probably going to have to edit this out because I definitely need that parcel. Oh, maybe we could do a live unboxing. Oh my God, thank you so much. Have a lovely... Of course you can. Oh, I knew it. All right, have a lovely day, darling. Thank you. Bye. Not editing. I'm so sorry. I'm not editing. It just makes my job so much harder. Oh, right. I don't even know what this is. We'll open that later. What the fudge was I saying? Oh, the Baccarat Rouge. Oh my God, is my brain working better? I just remembered what I was talking about. Progress, guys. Although I actually ate a little bit this morning and... well, I smoked weed, but not so close to the podcast. Anyway, Baccarat Rouge. So I've sprayed on the Baccarat Rouge. Within half an hour, it's completely disappeared. And then I went and I sniff the Le Labo, because funny story, I've been wearing this like fake version of Le Labo, which is Santal 33, but I've never actually smelt the real one. Anyway, so I went to smell it and I was like, I don't think this is as good as my fake one, which is hilarious. So I didn't bother buying any perfume, and I don't know, it just really reminded me that, you know, everything you have, all the good things you want or think you want, you probably already have them. Like, I've got great fucking perfume that's literally cost me like £15 a bottle versus £250 a bottle. And what's the problem with that? I'm happy. That's fucking great. And if anything, it was quite anticlimactic going there and smelling all of that and just, I don't know, realising it's not as great as I fucking think it is. And anyway, if you're one of those people who you look at people doing this stuff and you think they've got some great love, no, they haven't. You'll be better off with the £10 dupe. Trust me. Anyway, so me and Abby went to Selfridges and Harrods and just had like a day of... We'd actually gone for a day of eating and then got completely sidetracked by like Charlotte Tilbury and other fun things. But so we did that on Thursday, and my birthday was actually the Friday. Now, I hate my birthday, not just because it's the only day I'm miserable, but I hate it because it's Valentine's Day. Everybody seems to think this is such a great day to have a birthday on. It's literally the worst day in the world, I'd say, apart from New Year's Day, to have a birthday on, because all my friends who never give a shit about their other halves are giving a shit about their other half. That's just going to sound like that's a lie. My actual friends are listening to this are going to be like, bitch, we're all single, what are you talking about? But normally, throughout my whole life, it's like that time when everybody's like pretending they're in love and they're doing stuff together. Then, you know, I could go to my favourite restaurant now and there'd be like 10 free tables. You try go to my favourite restaurant or any fucking restaurant on a Valentine's Day, you're not getting a table. And if you are, it's only going to be a table for two, and then it's going to be a set fucking menu that's double the normal price. It drives me insane. I was actually supposed to go to Amsterdam for my birthday. And then I decided, I'm going to go to Tunisia. Tell me why the price to go to Tunisia for 4 nights. By the way, why are more of us not going to Tunisia? It's ridiculously cheap. But the price to go to Tunisia for 4 nights on my birthday was £450. Did you know how much it was the week before and the week after? £200. And the thing is, it's not like I don't have the money, but it's the principle. It's the principle. It is absurd that they get to go. I can't even speak. It's making me so mad. Anyway, point is, I didn't go away because I was like, no. And I've actually, there's some other stuff going on which I'm not going to go into this podcast. Going to stick to my plan, but I just don't know. I've just put off going away for a little while, so I didn't go away. But the Friday, Layla, we found a hammam in Streatham, of all places. Can you believe that? Like a hammam. I mean, it's not your Turkish hammam. It wasn't anything on that grand scale. In fact, I'm wondering if that stone I laid on was in fact hot. I don't even know if it was. But bless her, she took me for this hammam. And we've done the hammam thing. If you don't know what a hammam is, it's like a Turkish bath, and you go there and it's just like having like getting a wash like you're a baby again. Like you're just literally naked and they're just picking up your arms, scrubbing under your armpits, everywhere, just giving you like the best wash of your life, and you're so soft afterwards. Anyway, so we've had that, and then they've let us out to go and sit in the room. Now, Layla thought she'd book massages, and we just sat there. Do you know, they let us sit there for 45 minutes until Layla was like, when are we having our massage? And they said, well, you didn't book a massage. Anyway, bless her, she was a bit mortified, but we left, and bless her, she sent me the money. She was like, just go and get a massage at the Thai place. And you know, it worked out perfectly, because I got home about 4:30, 4:45, and I phoned the massage place, and honestly, they're always so booked, and it was Valentine's Day. I didn't really think I had much hope, to be honest, but I phoned them, and she was like, oh, we've got 5:15. That was in like 25 minutes. I was like, that's perfect. So I went, and she sorted my shoulder out. I've been having some real shoulder issues. I'm just going to go off on a tangent for a minute. Did you know frozen shoulders, like bone issues, or something to do with the peri-menopause? Apparently we'll just get a lot weaker. Maybe we're suffering with more inflammation. I don't know what the fuck it is, but my shoulder has been stupid. Like, you see this arm does everything. This arm, it just fucking hurts, to the point where that day I couldn't even do up my bra properly. I have to do up my bra and then step into it like a fucking geriatric. Anyway, so she kind of sorted out my shoulder. If you are in dire straits, by the way, and you actually need a medical massage, there is a place called Healing Hands, hello, keys in the name, Thai spa in Wallington. And the woman there, Puna Pat, she saved my life. I met her about 4 years ago, and I went to her when I was on the verge of having to go to A&E, and you not know how I feel about doctors and hospitals. I didn't want to go there, but things were so bad. Like, I couldn't walk, I couldn't move. I'm just crying, lying on the floor, dying with this bloody trapped nerve in my shoulder. And I'll never forget how I met her. That was complete divine intervention, because I was like hobbling down the road. I couldn't even drive. That's how bad it was. I had to like pigeon step to the fucking massage place. And I just said, universe, please align me with somebody who can actually heal and help me. And lo and behold, I met Punapat. That woman changed my fucking life. Like, she just silly things. Like, I lied down. She was like, you can't lie flat. I'm like, yes, I can. Look, I am. She's like, you can't. And she just found out a lot of things about myself that I wasn't even aware of. I think I smoke so much weed and life's so fast that I'm not even acknowledging a lot of the stuff I'm feeling. Anyway, she sorted out a lot for me, and she taught me a lot as well. She kept saying to me, like, because I get this lower backache, and she kept saying, oh, you need sex, you need to go dancing. And she's fucking right, every time I have sex, like, I feel so much better in my lower back. But honestly, the state of men, I think I'd rather just keep the backaches. But she is very, very good, and she's trained. Most of her staff are trained by her. In fact, if you're a massage therapist, probably one of the best things you could do is go and get trained by her, because she's one of the only people I will trust. I don't go to osteopaths. I'm not getting a massage from a beauty therapist. Those Thai women, they seem to really know what they're doing, and she really knows what she's doing. Anyway, this is not a paid ad. I simply just love this woman to bits. She's really, really helped me. And if you need help, she has people who go to her, like the hospital are about to give them an operation, and she will heal them in 10 sessions. Now, 10 sessions are a lot. It's going to cost you altogether £650, but it will be the best £650 you spend in your life. It's £65 an hour. Anyway, sorry, let me stop waffling about that. I went for a massage, and in between with that, we after the hammam, we went to go and get a drink and some lunch. Imagine, we've gone to this bloody cocktail place and ordered some picantis. If you know me, you know I love a spicy cocktail. Saw the picanti, I was like, yes, what a great day. Ordered it. First of all, they showed up in glasses this big. If you can't see me on YouTube, just think like bird bowl, yeah? Like, they're just tiny little fucking glasses. So he's put the drinks on the table. I'm like, oh, thanks for telling me I ordered a mouthful of drink. And he's like, oh, I didn't clearly find that funny. And then he's gone, that's it. He's come, me and Layla have like sipped the drinks, and they're awful. Like, they're really bad, and there's no spice in them at all. Not even like white people spicy, like no spice. Anyway, so Layla is so polite and lovely. She's such a demure she is the embodiment of mindful and demure cutesy. Like, and she was just like, I'm really sorry. She was like, could we send these back? Like, they're not very nice. Well, instead of saying, oh, I'm really sorry, madam, the man's like, well, I'm not being funny, but our barman's won awards. I'm like, mate, he's not winning awards for this, is he? Fucking not. Take him back. Anyways, we took the drinks back and we just left, because neither of us wanted to be there after that. But it all worked out perfectly, because we ended up driving all the way back to the pub, just near me, the Duke's Head, which I love, and went there and had lunch, and bless them, we went to get the bill, and they were like, don't worry, we've comped it, it's on us, happy birthday. And that just really touched my soul, and I just had such a good day. And then I came home, I'd had my massage, and then I come home, got ready, and I had fully accepted the fact that I was just going to be staying at home alone on Friday night, because everyone else was, like, my best friend, actually, her daughter's birthday, she managed to have her daughter on my birthday, so she was out with my other best friend. I was out with everybody either day. So Friday, I just kind of knew that I'd be on my own. But then Rocco, bless him, she says, wait till I get to the rest of that story. But Rocco, bless him, he was like, oh, I'll spend the evening with you. Like, we'll watch a film or something. So I was like, fuck that, let's go out. So we got dressed and I took him to Tooting Market. If you've never been to Tooting Market, well, if you used to go to Tooting Market when you were young, you will be surprised by the gentrification. But once you can get over that side of things, it's a cute little place. There's a lot going on in there, although you don't want to spend too much time there because the toilets are diabolical. And yeah, I never go there for too long, but there's a nice steak place there. So we went and got a couple of drinks, went and had a steak. And it was so funny because I read people so well, and I know exactly what people are thinking. What I hadn't thought was it was Valentine's Day night, and I am out with a very good looking young man. And I know I'm 40, but maybe people think I maybe look about 35. I don't know. But I know I look a little bit younger, and he maybe looks a little bit older, but there's still a very big gap. Anyways, we've walked into this restaurant. I just saw this couple, this woman and this man. This woman's just kind of like put her hand over her mouth and whispered something to her husband, looked at me and just started sniggering. And I instantly knew, I thought, she thinks I'm a cougar whore on a date with my flipping brace-wearing teenage bloody whatever. And I just got really pissed off. I pulled out my chair and I was like, sit down, son, really loudly. And then Rocco got the memo and he just looked at me. He's like, okay, mum. And I just thought, and then I even said something. I was like, don't you just fucking hate it when everyone clearly thinks we're out on a date, but you're my son? And I've just looked after myself so well. Like, oh God, just really pisses me off. Teach people to judge, honestly. You never know what you're judging. Anyway, so that was that. We had a really nice meal and then come home and watch my favourite film ever, which, by the way, is Horrible Bosses. If you've never seen that film, watch it. Make sure you're wearing some sort of like panty liner and then thank me later. Hands down, the best film. We laughed from start to finish. And then, that was that. Saturday, I'd got up and, Stacey took me for my surprise Botox appointment and then took me for some dinner and I just, had such a good time. And I must say, though, this is getting to the darker part of the podcast. It was almost like my birthday was a big hit of like MDMA or something, and then the come down hit me like yesterday. I don't know if I was just coming down from my birthday and if birthday blues are a thing, but I was so tired. And I think do you know what's funny? Because I want to talk about this, because I think what I'm starting to realise is I am now basically a medicated individual. I hate to admit it. And it's not like I'm on like government pharmaceutical kind of medication, but the stuff I'm taking, if I so much as stop taking it for 2 or 3 days, it really fucks me sideways. Yesterday, I had a massive blow up with Rocco, and I mean fucking massive. I lost my tiny little perimenopausal mind. I nearly drove us both into a fucking wall. Like, I literally just got so angry. I should probably start from the beginning of this story. It is half term. As most of you know, I'm a single mum. I'm not going to make out like it's a terrible thing. I quite like my peaceful little life, but there are aspects of it. It's hard, and trying to raise the children, deal with all the finance. If you don't know, neither of their dads give me any money, so it's me just trying to financially keep together me and these 5 kids. And it's not, I'm not going to say fuck that, let's just say it's easy for the sake of the universe, because we know it's always listening, but you can understand that it's going to come with some, I don't know, ups and downs. Anyway, so this week the younger 2 were supposed to be going to their dads for the week. Now bear in mind, this man is not talking to me after his little nervous breakdown last Christmas. Our contact's been less and less and less, and he now just blatantly blanks me. I could text him, I'm on fire. I could text him anything, the boy just ignores. He literally just ignores everything, and it's kind of driving me insane. In fact, you might have seen me have a little breakdown the other day on the internet. I removed it very quickly, not because I didn't want to share it, just because it just made things even worse. But I try really hard to not to respond. He's a narcissist, textbook narcissist, and I try so hard not to give him any emotion, any energy, not to rise to any of his shit. But honestly, sometimes it's hard. And I don't know what happened a couple of weeks ago, again with my perimenopausal outburst, but I just lost my fucking plot. And I just text him. I was like, do you know what? You should just fucking kill yourself. I was like, because it would make no fucking difference to me. I was so, when you say a bunch of shit you shouldn't say, but you can't stop yourself. And in the moment, I meant it. I genuinely meant it. Now, this is the reason why. Who remembers back in the day when I used to be a sensible woman with sensible advice? And I used to be like, if you want to send someone an angry message, type it out. Tap, 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 tap. Tap the thing out, but do it in your notes and don't send it. Am I in my notes? No, I'm in WhatsApp. Tap, 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 tap. Send. Fucking send. I took a screenshot as well because I was like, I want the evidence of my psychotic behaviour. Honestly, I lost my fucking mind. Then I came to Instagram because I just thought, he's such a narcissist. He's the sort of person who would keep this as evidence to be like, oh, look, this woman who works online who acts like she's trying to help everybody, but actually she's telling people to kill themselves. I thought, people can only hold shit over you if you give them that power. So I come to the internet. I was like, yeah, I just fucking told him this and told him that. And I just thought, I just wanted it to be over. So I removed it quite quickly. But I'll hold my hands up. I said what I fucking said. And you know what? It's not right. And actually, do you know what the really fucked up thing was? A couple of days later, this is all going off the back of something that happened the week before, and I was so angry at him, so angry. And I try really hard to be that good mum. I don't say bad things about their dads, and I'm like, oh, your dad's great, your dad's wonderful. But lately, I don't know if it's the perimenopause, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's almost like I can't keep a lid on this shit. Anyway, so the week before, I'm on the phone to my stepkid, who lives with baby father, and I was just like, tell your dad, like, if he doesn't fucking like answer the phone or whatever it is, I said, I'm coming to set the fucking house on fire. I said, I'm literally coming to set the house on fire. I was insane. And obviously the kids heard that. Kel heard that. And I did feel bad, but I didn't. I was so, you're just so mad. Like, I did not have the capacity to now be a nice mum, and I just didn't. So it brushed over it. I didn't speak about it. Anyway, so the next weeks come later. I've had this big blow up with him the night before. Told him to basically jump off a fucking bridge. And then the next day, Kale's come and spoke to me. And I don't know, Kale is like some spiritual little being. He's so fucking, I don't even know what the word is, but like he knows stuff without even knowing stuff. He doesn't know at this point we've had this like blow up and I've sent these terrible messages. And he just randomly said to me, we were sitting there, I don't know what we were doing, but he just said to me, he said, Mum, he said, you know the other day when you said you were going to blow up my daddy's house? I was like, yeah. I said, I'm sorry about that. And he was like, well, how do you think that would have made me feel? And I just fucking lost it. I just thought, that's it, isn't it? Like, this is why you've done all of this. This is why you struggle so hard to just be a good co-parent, because it only affects them. Of course, how would that have made him feel if I fucking set his dad's house on fire? How would it have made him feel if his dad had jumped off a bridge? It's just fucking, honestly, I was just so ashamed of myself, but then at the same time having a bit of empathy for myself, because it's like, sometimes these words is all you have. Like, I've said this to my other baby father. He's like, oh, you're so rude. You say, I've told my other baby father, I remember when his dad died, I told him literally, go and get in the grave with your dad, you useless piece of shit. Like, that's how my tongue is. Dark, like it can cut. In fact, it's funny, if you read, there's an astrology book I've got and it talks about people born on my day and how we have the ability to like fuck somebody up with our words. But I said to him, I said, I only have words. I said, you don't give me no money, you don't really give me any time. I said, and you want to sit from your house 20 miles away and tell me how to raise my children. But all I have is fucking words. Words. All I've got is my rudeness and my words. God forbid I actually did have a fucking gun or something. Like, honestly, I'd been in jail from a long time ago. But what else do we have but that? So it's like I feel bad, but then at the same time, it's like I don't, because it's like, well, in actuality, all I've done is had a fucking rant. What have they done? Being absent fucking useless fathers. Like, I actually think in the grand scheme of things, I'm not the bad person. So as much as I'm not proud of myself, and I don't know, I need to learn how to wind my neck in, which is funny because I've spent the last this is the thing that pisses me off about this peri-menopause. I've spent the last how fucking long learning how to wind my neck in, learning how to breathe, calm down, only to be here now and I just can't. And the other day, God, this blow up with me and Rocco was just flipping awful, because first of all, he moved out. Me and him have not been getting on. And this is when I was in the depths of my perimenopausal breakdown. And I literally couldn't deal with him. Like, the amount of times like I've really tried to kill that boy. Like, we cannot be around each other. So he's moved out. Anyway, I've obviously been medicating myself and feeling a lot better. He kind of come back over Christmas and hasn't really left. And the thing is, I don't mind him being here as long as he is not upsetting the energy in the house. All right. I try and keep a very positive, happy house, because I obviously have a lot to keep together. It is a hell of a lot having the financial responsibility of 5 children on your head. So the only way I can actually keep that up and manage that is if I have a happy house. Rocco likes to come and make things unhappy. He also loves a problem. He's like the complete polar opposite to me. Whereas if you had a problem, I'd find you 10 answers. He would then find 20 new problems to go against those answers. Like, he just drives me a little bit insane. But he's moved out. He wanted to go and get some stuff from where he was staying, and he'd kind of just like longing it off. And I said, fuck it, I'll take you to do it. We were supposed to go and do it yesterday. It was Sunday, the day before, it was Sunday. Didn't do that. I said, right, we're going to go Monday. We're going to go at 11. So I'm driving back to the house. It's like 11:45. I'm phoning him. Obviously, I'm now running late. I'm like, are you ready? He's still in bed. Ready for what? I'm like, to go and get your fucking things. I'll be 20 minutes. I'll be 20 minutes. It took the boy an hour to get ready. So now it's 1 o'clock and we were supposed to leave at 11. I had a bunch of filming to do yesterday. I had so many other things to do. And I started by telling you this story by saying the kids are supposed to be at their dad's for this week, right? Because it's half term. Now, Sunday night, Knights texts me and he said, Mum, their other brothers just kicked out Kale's teeth. I'm like, well, where's your dad? Locked in the room with the fucking feral dog. Don't even get me started on that. The feral dog that can't be near the kids. I didn't even want them there in the first place, but they really want to be there. It's just so fucking hard at the moment. So I'm like, I'm fucking coming to get you in the morning, whatever. And then that just pissed off my whole day, because I'm like, I get such a small amount of time to work. I basically get every other weekend off, and that's when I'm supposed to do my work. So bear in mind, we homeschool. It's 24/7 everything. Nothing ever stops. And then when it's supposed to stop every other weekend, it's not like now, don't get me wrong, I have a great job. I am sat in my front room. This is a great job. I do understand that. But it's just like trying to find the time to fit all of this fucking in the time when I'm actually just supposed to be going, oh, it's hard. Anyway, so they're supposed to be going this week for half term. Now it's like I've got to go and pick them up. And then on top of that, Rocco's wasting my fucking time and is 2 hours late. Then he starts talking to me in this kind of fashion that I cannot take. I cannot take it. You will not talk to me like I'm a cunt. Because the thing is, I don't even know how to put this, but like, I do not come from that side of life where someone is going to talk shit in my face and I'm going to take it. I have grown up enough where I will walk away. I will walk the fuck away. But when we're in my house and I've got 4 other children I need to look after and I can't walk away, I'm probably going to attempt to knock you the fuck out. And this is just where I get with Rocco. He drives me so fucking insane. Anyway, so we've left and he's just started being rude, and I literally flipped, and I started, you just, probably not, you don't know actually, because you're not insane, but I just was like, oh, driving erratically, I'm, get out of my car, he went out of the car, I'm like, and I'm just like, I was fucking screaming, I was just going fucking mental. And the worst thing about being mental is not actually being mental. So it's like you're saying to yourself, no, stop that, you're being crazy. But the other part of you's going, fuck you, I'll be crazy all day, I'll set the world on fire. It's just, oh my God, it's literally horrible. Because that's what I mean, like, I know I'm not a real crazy person. Like, that's what I say about all these kids that think they've got fucking special needs. You haven't got special needs if you've only got special needs in certain situations, yeah? I do understand I'm not properly mental like that, but like, there's sometimes these things just go off in my head and it's just like I can't stop it no matter how much I fucking want. Anyway, so that didn't end well. We drove back home in the end, and I just told him to fuck off, like, because at the end of the day, I'm driving 2 hours to take him to get something he could have just gone and got on the train. This all blew up as well because I thought I was taking him to get all his stuff, and then he's like, no, we're just going to get a laptop and some gym clothes. I'm like, you could have done that. I just lost my fucking marbles. And the thing is, it wasn't all Rocco's fault. I'm stressed. And then the worst thing is, he said to me, he's like, clearly you're stressed about other things. I'm like, bruv, clearly I'm fucking under it, and you're just adding more shit on my plate when you're going to be he's going to be 20 in a couple of days. How are you still causing me this many problems? How? That's the thing as well. Don't ever think your children are going to get to fucking 18 and that's it, your parenting's done. I would argue the parenting gets a lot harder. Really, honestly, Kale is easier to look after than Rocco is. Anyway, so that was that. And I'm just I really realised on Monday, because I just thought, what is wrong with you? And yesterday I felt so depressed, and I'm like, yeah, it might be birthday blues, might be this, might be that. But I just thought, I suddenly realised I haven't used my yam cream for 3 days. Now remember, the NMN's given me back my energy and done all this other stuff, and the Macca's helping this and that. But what was I just saying? How have I just lost my flipping train of thought? God, I've got so flipping far. Oh, I was talking about the yam cream. The yam, that's the one thing that's added the happy back into my life. Like that happy, bouncy kind of... honestly, it was Abby who brought that up. She said to me, she's like, oh my God, you're so happy. And this was like a week into taking the yam cream, and I just thought, it's the bloody yam cream. And again, I've had my birthday period, didn't use the cream for 3 days, and then on Monday I'm just back to feeling like fucking semi-suicidal again, and that made me a little bit more upset as well, because I just thought, God, you're actually now a medicated person. It might not be big pharma shit, but you're still someone who has to take something every fucking day in order to be a normal person, which is, I don't know, not the best. I mean, it's not the worst, at least I've found something to manage it, but it's just keeping on top of it, because again, these blow-ups are just horrible. Rocco didn't even come home last night, and now I don't know if I feel like I should apologise because my actions were so out of proportion, but then at the same time it's like, bruv, you've driven me to these actions, so then it's like, if I apologise, he's going to think he was in the right when he did the 10 wrong things that drove me there. I actually don't know what is right to do in this situation, and I love him so much, and I don't want us to be like clashing like this, but then at the same time, again, it's being a single mum. I have to be mum and dad. I can't have him taking the piss out of me in this house. I can't have him doing certain things, because then it reflects on the other children. I even said that to him one day. I do not need your other brothers and your sister thinking they can talk to me like this, because I will send you all back to the creator. Like, I'm not living that life. I'm not living a life where I'm bullied in my fucking house. I'm not doing it. But then at the same time, I can't be having these fucking blow-ups, because here's another thing as well. You look like the dickhead. Up until the point where I lost my mind, Rocco was in the wrong. Rocco was the fucking problem. But now it's like I'm in the wrong and I'm the problem because I've gone that far. And I remember this shit from when I was young, and it used to just really ruin my fucking life. And that's why, you know, I've been working so hard to sort out my hormones, because it just makes such a fucking difference to your life. Such a fucking difference. Anyway, I am, I guess, working on my work-life balance this week, and my home life balance, and my everything balance. And do you know what? I will say, because next week's podcast is all going to be like my manifestation story, because do you know what, a funny little thing happened last week, a lovely thing. I went out, I was at like a homeschool thing, and this woman came up to me and she's like, my God, she was like, I really recognise you. Where do I know you from? And I was like, oh, are you here for the homeschool thing? And she was like, yeah. She was like, but it's not that. She was like, I don't know why I know you. I was like, oh, I'm Tamara. And she just went, oh my God, and just flung her arms around me. She was like, you saved my life. She burst into tears. I've burst into tears. It was so fucking overwhelming. The longest hug I've ever had, I swear she hugged me for like 2 minutes, which doesn't sound long, but 120 seconds is a long time to embrace somebody. And it just, I don't know, she's like, you saved my life. And I was like, I didn't actually. I was like, you saved your life. I said, but it just made me think, like, I've probably said something that helped her. And I thought, that's who you used to be. That's what you used to do. And now I'm on the internet unboxing and doing all this shit that just is not really in line with my brand. And I don't even know why I'm doing it. Like, I'm trying to desperately stay relevant for why? I've never tried to be fucking relevant. Why am I trying now when actually everything's going, I don't need to. So point to all of this is I'm bringing it back to the original, not Dr. Tamara Newness. We're going to be focusing on, you know, the law of attraction, manifestation, the power of your mind, how you use the universe to, you know, mold your reality, all that kind of stuff. I want to get focused on that. So next week's show, I'm going to tell you my story of how I got into manifestation, and just try and help you guys understand that it is it's a journey, not a destination, and it's an ongoing one. But yeah, I'm going to be back next week with that. I'm sorry if this wasn't the happiest flipping podcast, but do you know what's really funny about this podcast? I swear to God, you guys are saving my life with this. Even if you didn't listen to it, just being able to do this. Has anybody seen Frankie and Grace? Wonderful show on Netflix. It's about two 70-plus-year-old women who end up divorced very later on in life, and they're basically just getting dick and making dildos. And it's absolutely fantastic, and it kind of gives you a sense of like, no, there's hope. Like there is hope. Like, things are going to be okay. I will meet someone later on down the line. I'm not going to lie to you, I have forgotten why I started telling you about Frankie and Grace. I really do need to go and eat some food. What the hell was the point to all of this? I don't know. Do you know what's so annoying as well? When I watch these podcasts back, and I just sat there like this, just constant facepalm, like Tamara. But anyway, whatever I was saying probably wasn't important. But I am going to be back next week just to explain this manifestation side of things. And when I watch this back and figure out what I was going to say about Frankie and Grace, I'll come back and tell you about that as well. But I'm going to wrap this up for now. Thank you for listening. Oh my God, I know what I was saying. I have to carry on with this. I'm so sorry. Frankie and Grace, basically, Frankie, she's a bit of a crazy person, but she's always vlogging. So she'll just get her phone. Now, remember, she doesn't have an Instagram, or she doesn't post it anywhere, but she just vlogs. She just keeps a video diary. And I realised through watching that how what I do here helps me so much. This is a transference of energy, if you will. This is me, like, literally getting stuff off my chest. I feel lighter. From when I sat down to start this 35 minutes ago, I felt very heavy. I feel so much lighter now. And the point to this is I just want to say thank you, because even if none of you listen to this, it just helps me get this off my chest. And I would like to suggest, if you are feeling like this, do what Frankie does. Set up your phone. Film yourself. You don't have to post it anywhere. No one ever needs to see it. But it's just about that transference of energy. It's getting it out of you, literally getting it off your chest so you can feel lighter and get on and have a happier existence. Anyway, at some point, you're going to come here and there's going to be a podcast I do from start to finish without forgetting a damn thing. And, well, the pigs might be flying that day, but that day is going to come, I can assure you. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to be back next week with my manifestation story for you guys, and hopefully we can start to get back on this shit together. And just thank you for listening. I love you all very much. Mwah.